Good morning children and welcome back to your chemistry class. In the previous video of alkanes, we had studied about some chemical properties, and as far as I remember, the last chemical property that we had studied there was about the oxidation, right? That is the incomplete oxidation or your chemical oxidation and catalytic oxidation. And today in this video I shall proceed with the chemical properties, and the one which I am going to talk today first is the pyrolysis, which is also called as cracking. So what is pyrolysis? The decomposition of a compound by heat. It is called as pyrolysis. Okay, the decomposition of a compound by heat is called pyrolysis, which is also called as cracking, right? So when pyrolysis occurs in alkanes, the term will be then called as cracking. Always remember. So the alkanes, on heating under high temperature, in the absence of air, they are broken down into lower alkanes or alkenes and even hydrogen. So during this cracking of alkanes, either there is a rupture of carbon and hydrogen bonds, okay, or there is a rupture of carbon and carbon bonds. Clear? And this occurs by free radical mechanism. This is what I had already taught you before. So the rupture of carbon and hydrogen bond, it is always catalyzed by the oxides of chromium or vanadium or even molybdenum, right? And others also, etc. It is just few examples that I have given you here. And the rupture of carbon and carbon bonds, it is due to actually catalyzed by either silica we use over there, or we use alumina over there, okay, or maybe zinc oxide is used over there, etc. So some of the examples of pyrolysis, now I'm going to give it over here. Like for example, methane. This on high temperature, that is 1300 to 1500 Kelvin. What is it going to give us? It is going to give us carbon and hydrogen. You can balance this. This is a balanced equation. Clear? Let's take ethane, that is C2H6. This also at high temperature at 700 to 800 Kelvin, and in the presence of chromium oxide plus your alumina, this is going to give you ethene. Ethane is going to give us ethene, that is H2C double bond CH2, and hydrogen will be given out. So what did I tell you? That alkanes, on heating under high temperature in the absence of air, they are broken down into lower either alkenes or lower alkanes or alkenes or even hydrogen, right? Let's take some more reactions like C3H8. Now what is C3H8 called as? This is called as propane, right? Now let's see, on heating, propane can give us CH3CH double bond CH2, right? This is called as propene, plus hydrogen is given, right? And even on heating, it can give ethene, that is CH2C double bond CH2. In both the cases, you can see that alkene is prepared. Ethene is formed along with another lower alkane, that is methane. Okay. Now here you will see that this reaction, propane, when heated to give propene, it shows C and H fission. Okay, and this propane heated to give ethene is going to show carbon-carbon fission. Clear? Some more examples. Let us take hexane, like C6H14, right? This on heating at high temperature can give various reactions. So let's see, at 773 Kelvin, it can give hexane. This is hexane, no? It can give hexene, that is C6H12 plus hydrogen, right? So what is this? This is your hexene given. Or maybe this can also give you C4H8 plus C2H6. So what is C4H8? This is butene, and C2H6, this is ethane. So you can see that the higher alkanes, they can give the lower alkenes as well as lower alkanes. Okay. Another example we can take, it can give us C3H6 plus C2H4 plus CH4. See the combinations. Altogether the carbon is coming out how much? 6. 3, 5 and 1, 6. It gives us, this way the different combinations can be formed. So either this or this or this can be formed. So what is C3H6? This is your propene can be formed. If propene is forming, then you will also get ethene. Mixture of propene ethene will also give us methane. I hope this pyrolysis is clear to you. Thus, in the end of pyrolysis, what did I tell you? The pyrolysis, or which is also called as cracking of alkanes, it involves breaking down of either carbon-carbon bond or carbon-hydrogen bond, and this occurs due to what? Due to free radical mechanism, right? And it has a great importance to the petroleum industry. Now let us talk about isomerization. So what is isomerization? The process of conversion of one isomer into another isomer. It is called as isomerization. So I'm writing down over here the process of conversion of one isomer to another isomer is called isomerization. Clear? So straight chain alkanes, when they are heated in the presence of say anhydrous aluminium chloride and hydrochloric acid, or maybe anhydrous aluminium bromide, right, at about 523 Kelvin under pressure of 35 atmospheres, then it is converted into branched chain isomers. So I give you one example over here, like CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Now what is this? This is called as N-butane, right? And what did I tell you? What all did I tell you over here? Like with aluminium chloride plus your concentrated HCl at what temperature? 523 Kelvin and 35 atmosphere. It can give you another isomer. That could be your isobutane. So CH3, CH, CH3, CH3. What is this? This is your isobutane, right? Let's take another example. Like I'll show you through the bond line. Let me know before I write down the name. How many of you can name this? Come on, I'm not speaking. You write it down. Did you get this name? It is 2,1,2,2 methyl pentane. Pentane means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 methyl pentane. When this is heated, when this is heated with aluminium chloride and concentrated HCl at 523 Kelvin and your 35 atmosphere. What is it going to give? It is going to give you another isomer. Check what is the name of this isomer. Correctly got 2,3-dimethyl butane. Okay, so the branch chain alkanes, they have lower boiling points than the straight chain. Hence, isomerization is important for increasing the octane number of a particular petroleum fraction. Right. Next, we talk about aromatization. Aromatization. Now, what is aromatization? The conversion of aliphatic compound into aromatic compound, that is called as aromatization. So I write over here the conversion of aliphatic compounds into aromatic compounds is called aromatization. Followed? So alkanes having around 6 to 10 carbon atoms, they are converted into benzene, or maybe it's homologous at a higher temperatures. What? In the presence of a catalyst. So let's look at this. Say CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. Right? What is this called as? This is called as N-hexane. Right? So when this N-hexane, it is treated with chromic oxide or maybe aluminium oxide at temperature 873 Kelvin at say 15 atmosphere. Correct? It is going to give us benzene. Right? What is it giving us? It gives us benzene and 4 molecules of hydrogen gas will be given out. Clear? Let's take another example over here. Name this, what I am drawing. What is the name for this? This will also be called as N-heptane. Clear? This also, in the presence of chromic oxide or aluminium oxide at this temperature and pressure, it is going to give us, what is the name of this? This will be called as methyl cyclohexane. What is this? This is methyl cyclohexane, and further hydrogen will be taken out and it will form toluene. What is this called as? This will be then called as toluene. Finally, it will be forming. So this is called as aromatization. The process, the conversion of your aliphatic to your aromatic compound. This is called as aromatization. Now let us talk about some uses of alkanes, and that is the last part of it. So methane, it is used in the manufacture of compounds like your alcohols, your aldehydes, or even your CH3Cl, right, or CCl4 or CHCl3 chloroform or CH2Cl2, etc. Then this methane is also used in the preparation of your carbon black, which is used for making printing ink or the black paint or the automobile tires, right? And it is also used in the form of a natural gas, which is used for the running cars and buses, the LPG. What does LPG contain? It contains a mixture of butane and isobutane, correct? So this is also used as a fuel. Then ethane, it is used for making hexachloroethane, which is also called as an artificial camphor. Then even the higher alkanes in the form of gasoline or kerosene oil, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffins, they are widely being used, right? So with this we come to the end of this chapter of your alkanes. Thank you. Uncle, बंद करिए.